G'day, it's Lucky. I'm down in the western paddock. Today I've been getting ready for some seeds to go in this bed here for parsnips and some more carrots. But I want to show you this. This is one of my older beds. It's one of the original ones. I got this from Aldi, but you can see the difference in the quality. These other ones, I've got 3 from Aldi. These other ones are from Stratco, much better quality, same size, same height. So if I was to be given advice to anybody, I would say go to Stratco and get them and spend your money there and not get these rusty ones that I've now got and at one stage we'll have to replace. But what I want to show you today is, as this is one of the original pets, I wanted to show you the soil. Now this one's going to have carrots in it and parsnips. Look at that. It's beautiful, and all I've done is added my own compost that I make. And look, there's worm. So there's lots of worms in them. So I'll put him back and cover him. So this bed is now ready to have probably 2 rows of carrots, and then this area here I'll do 2 small rows of parsnips. I'll show you my other carrots in a minute. They are doing really well, and it's just great that I can now do what I'm doing with the carrots, which is put a bed of them. But this one will be a share bed, and that's the sugar mulch that I took off this bed and it's going to be used elsewhere now, because I'll probably put some cardboard or something over this till they germinate. Lettuces are going fantastic. And this is another thing I wanted to show you, my comfrey. This has worked really good, to the stage I had the grandkids over the other day and they wanted it for blocking the rabbits from getting under some gear, and I said, sorry kids. So she's rebooked now. She's a fence. So I'll be able to, I'm probably thinking after winter, see if I can separate them, put a couple more around, because I'd just love all this to be all comfy and slowly get it along here. And of course, going to have to put a fence up of some kind to keep Matilda out, because the little rat bag, she trampled this one so badly. And we'll come down this way and we'll have a look, because I want to show you. We've put our trellis up for sweet peas and I've planted them in, and they are going to be permanently here. So we're going to permanently leave the trellis here. We're not going to get rid of this one, mostly because it's difficult at the end of the season to try and pull it up, because the soil's compacted around it. And I've also put in here the garlic. So I've only got a small group of garlic, so I had to pull out some of the silver beet, which is not a problem because I'm going to start some new ones anyway. You can see how thick they are, because how much some of these on the edges have been harvested, whereas these smaller ones haven't been harvested as much, haven't grown as much as what the outside ones have. And of course here's all my carrots, so I need to get another bed going. I've finished thinning them. Now I'm going to let them grow and then we can start harvest them. And this is the other bed I wanted to show you. This is Matilda's little pond she had when she was a puppy, but she, like kids, outgrew it and didn't want to jump in it in the hot days, and she liked air conditioning. So this one is all my own compost again that I've made with the chooks. And look at that, it's absolutely beautiful. It's so dark, and you can see as it falls out of my hand, it's not wet, so it's not just dark because I've watered it. It's dark because that's what it is, it's dark. So this one, I'm going to put another few rounds of radishes in it, and then that'll be done tomorrow along with the other stuff, because it's getting late in the day. And I've really quite happy to pull out this, which is all my basil. I've put in about probably about 1.5 kilo of pesto in the freezer. So I've got my pesto for the next 12 months. And there's a bee there. So you can see I can't really do it because I don't want to upset the bees, so they're going to have to stay a bit longer. And I've got all my seedlings done, so that's fine. So that's really what's happening. There's a few beetroot I can harvest down there. Now, the weeds. Let's talk weeds. Beautiful weeds. They're going in the chook run, unless they're a bit seedy, or it's that blanky love grass. See it there? That goes into the green waste bin and gets picked up by the council when the bin's full. I don't give that to the chooks because I don't want the seeds coming back and getting into my raised beds. I was going to put the carrots and the parsnips here, but as you can see, it's still got to break down a bit more. And of course, it's got litter from the trees in here as well. So that I'm going to Bunnings tomorrow. And for people overseas, Bunnings is like your Lowe's if you're in America, and maybe Farm Tractor from what I've seen on TV. And I'm going to put in that another bokashi, and then I'm going to put a bag or maybe two, depending on what size literage I get. And I'm going to be putting that on top. So this other will break down in time. Those other beds, I have not turned them. I don't disrupt it. I might do the first inch or two, but that's about it. It's all the same all the way down. I don't disturb it, and I go from there. And of course my capsicums are looking absolutely amazing, and I'm really excited because they're those new ones that I've spoken about that I got from diggers. I didn't get any of my California wonders that all grow. They just died. I don't know why. And I really did think these were California wonders until they started to colour up this beautiful yellow. Now, I know it's a heirloom, but that's about all I can tell you. And absolutely beautiful to eat. So that's where we are in the garden. I'm going to check for beans tomorrow. They've slowed down a bit, but they've got a lot of new growth coming. So we'll see what happens there. And of course the Avengers got all the bits and pieces from the garden today, so they've been very happy. And I also got 3 bags of free leaves from my daughter's house. She's got this beautiful deciduous tree out the front. Actually, the whole street's it. And I'm sure if I knocked on people's doors, I could get some. But I know at her place, the 3 bags I got has done really, really well here. So I'll give that a turn before Anzac Day, because it usually rains, and it is forecast rain on Anzac Day. That's what's happening in the Western paddock. And just out of curiosity, let me know down below if you at all grow anything special for your animals. This celery, I can't get it sweet. Bitter as anything. Rabbits love it. And I also give some to my daughter's 2 kids for their pet guinea pigs, so the giggles love them. So they're for the rabbits. The kale, more for the chooks and the rabbits than the humans. Then you come around here, I've got this beautiful alyssum here. That's for all the beneficial insects. And yesterday when the sun was shining on it, it was a mass of hoverflies. It was absolutely so beautiful. So basically, this is a bed for animals. So I've lost one that way. And of course, garden looks a bit funny because our lawnmower's had it. We need to wait until July to get a new one. Pat got it looked at today and got it so far, and then the side dropped down again. But I wanted to show you this. This is Millie's garden, where we buried Millie. So I've lost another bed to a different thing. So I need to get another 3 beds and put along this area here. But we've got some eggs and bacon flowering, which is really pretty. And they've had a lot of flowers on that diantha. Dahlia. It's a dahlia. And the kids' chrysanthemum they gave me last year, the boys. It's beautifully flowering. And we've got all these new shoots coming on it because it's out of its pot now. Some more eggs and bacon. And the cornflower is starting to get to the stage where it's going to be tall enough to come through the Rio Force, and some of the Russell lupins are starting to get big too. Well, that's all right. That's going really well. And of course I cheated here, which it doesn't hurt to cheat. I went and bought these for here, baby cos lettuces. Usually what I do is I just harvest around them, do a continued picking. And then in here are all my winter crops. I've already cut them back and thinned them out with a pair of scissors. So that's what I've got to find room for, just where we were in the western paddock. So that's it. Hope you enjoy it, and catch you next time. Bye.